We thought we would go and do a day in the life video because we haven't done it for about 9 months, have we?
Been a long time, mate. It's been a really long time. What's the matter, Lenny?
So,
Lenny doesn't like day in the life videos.
No, he doesn't. So we're gonna show you around what we've got on. We've just had an RS6 being collected, which was super sick, but I think you got a quick video of it, which is annoying because we wanted to do a bit of a walk around of that, but we have many others, don't we? We have S3, Golf R, GTD, Cupra, Formentor, Megane, R8. We have a lot of cool stuff lying around, so shall we go and have a look?
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go and have a look. The Bosh! You don't like air jail, do you? I think he does actually. He's nice and warm.
Why is it pissing it down? It's June.
Oh! Shall we do these cars first before we do them ones?
Let me get me brolly.
Yeah, let's do these ones first then.
Oh, these ones first.
Yeah, right, so.
Hang on, cut. Alrighty.
Right, so car number 1 of the day is this lovely S3 Saloon. We've done a lot on this. I can't remember exactly what we've done, but I remember putting turbo on it. We've put turbo on it. We've done many services. We've done a few oil leaks in the past. And this car gets driven hard from what I know. I think this is the last time we're ever gonna see it, unfortunately, because he's trading it in soon for an X3M. So today's mission was to fix the parking aid sensor, which is faulty. So all we've done is put a new sensor in there. So this is a nice normal day. If you didn't know, we do a lot of diagnostic work and we do a lot of other work than suspension setup, which I don't know why everyone thinks that's all we do. But
Because that's like 9 out of the last 10 videos.
because the coolest cars all have suspension setups, but generically speaking, we do loads of other stuff as well, don't we? So that's car number 1 of the day.
So S3.
S3.
Parking sensor.
Lovely, job done, diagnosed, fixed, tested, all good. This one is a new customer of ours with a Golf R estate in for an oil change and a Haldex service. We'll probably film a bit more on this as we're working through the day because the Haldex pump on this is so clogged, so that'll be nice to see. So yeah, that's car number 2. Whoa! Yeah, so we have an R8, which is a customer of ours. We've done a lot of work on this. Maintenance mostly. R8s don't need too much repairs really. It's been in a bit of a whack, so it's here till the insurer comes out and has a look at it. So this is a rare one. It's in for storage, which doesn't really happen. We're just doing it as a bit of a favour. So don't ask for favours, but sometimes we are nice if you're a good customer. Shall we go outside? Shall we brave the weather?
I am going to get a brolly now. Okay,
I'm not going to brolly because I don't have one, so that's fine. Ready? Born ready.
All right.
Right, so this is a GTD. We don't do diesels anymore. This is just a car we've looked after for a while. So if you've been with us before, we will look after your diesel car. If it's new to us, we don't do it anymore. I'm really sorry. We're just not interested in doing diesels. They are a cluster. I'm not going to say the second word because copyright or whatever. Not copyright because of.
I'm just going to let you figure it out on your own. Mate. You won't learn if
monetization issues. So yeah, we don't do diesel, but this one is a good customer of mine. We looked after it for a few years. That's been in for some suspension lower arms.
I think we've featured that on the channel before for something.
It's been in this. I think it's been in the video. The last one we did, like,
was it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you might be right.
There's
actually.
an MQB day and there's a day in the life video, which I think this features in. So this has been suspension arms. We've done rear shock absorber bushes, Bilstein shock absorber bushes, rear anti-roll bar, quite a few other bits, and an alignment. Oh, yeah, right. So that's a good one. This is a stage 2 Cupra Formentor, which travels a long way to come here. So we have to kind of be on it a bit when the car's in. This has been in for a full new Haldex coupling. which, shall we jump to the bench and I'll show you what it's had?
Yeah, please.
Right, let's jump to the bench. Oh. Right, so customers have been having weird issues with the Haldex. I've not actually been able to replicate it, but there is video evidence of it occurring. So this is, we got a second-hand clutch Haldex unit. So this is not the pump we put in because we've already done a brand new pump as per the recommendation of another garage you'd been to. So supposedly sometimes under power, the car will wheel spin. It shouldn't wheel spin, it's all-wheel drive. It should maybe have a second to think about it and then go. But this car's not been thinking about it too long and just not been reacting the way we thought it would. So this is what's called a Haldex coupling. These underneath here are your clutch packs for the Haldex. That's the pump that locks it all together. So I believe the theory of what's happened here is the customer sent me a photograph of the first ever Haldex service he had done at a different specialist, and the pump was as clogged as the one we're about to show you on that car. But this is a new Gen 6 one where the control unit and Haldex pump is all built into one now, unlike the Gen 5 cars, which makes it much more complicated and it's ran a lot differently. So what I think's happened is the pump was so blocked, it's overheated the clutches and destroyed them a little bit. So that's potentially why the car's four-wheel drive sometimes works, and then when it's pumping too much pressure or too many amps are in the pump, it's going, nope, no four-wheel drive. So we put a new one of these in. We've also gone for an upgraded Haldex spring whilst we're there. So this is a pressure relief spring which lives in there. You can imagine this is on the car, but that's there. And behind there is your pressure relief spring. So it does what it says on the tin. It relieves pressure. So if you have a harder spring there, the Haldex pump builds more pressure. The clutch is locking harder. So we've done that. Customer now needs to test it, and then fingers crossed it's fixed, but there can't be anything else. We've done it. We've done everything. The only thing is, on Gen 6 Haldex units, there's not many cars with them. The 8YS3, the Cupra has them. The Golf R doesn't have that anymore. So it's quite an unknown system. There's not much information on them. Therefore, that's why we've gone to the extreme we've gone to on that car. So that Cupra should be fixed. We also did front lower arm re-greasing on it because polybushes creak their nads off after one winter. So we've done that as well. Cool. What's the next car?
Tell us about the RS6 that's just gone.
Yeah, the RS6. So that was in for major service and a gearbox oil change. On the major service, we couldn't do the spark plugs because they were seized in the head, which is a bit scary. So we've lubed them up, rebooking him in a few weeks, and we're going to do it when the car's red hot. But we did the gearbox, we did everything else. Shall I show you the ZF filter on this and why it's so important to do the gear oil? So on RS6, RS4, all them cars, they have a ZF gearbox like a BMW, you know, like your A6, you know, with the plastic pan.
Yeah.
So some of them have the plastic pan, like a BMW, and some of them have the old steel pan. So this was the RS6 C7 has a ZF box, which has a filter in the bottom. And this is, they have no, it's lifetime oil, which it obviously isn't. Look at the metal on the gearbox there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it's quite a lot.
You could paint with that.
Yeah. And look at the darkness of the fluid. So that was when I put the new filter in. That's like a white cotton, and now that's that dirty. So when Audi say your gearbox oil is lifetime, they're lying to you because ZF say every 60k. So how does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah, so I'll get a rag, wipe my hands. So that was the RS6 that we're in. Another thing, again, we're just trying to prove that we don't just do bloody suspension and motorsport work. We are like a 95% performance garage, 40% motorsport, aren't we? I would probably say. And the other 5%...
Rare and weird.
Rare and weird, yeah. We'd like rare and weird, so yeah. We'll go to Cupra. That's a boomerang, isn't it?
Cupra, yeah.
Stage 3 cars. Don't do it. There's just no point. Right, so Cupra is the Cupra that does live here. I think People must think I just do the same cars all the time, and I do. And it's because cars that are this modified, this power, it just stresses everything out so much that they break so frequently, or things just get worn very quick. So this is actually only in for a wheel bearing today. It's got a grinding noise and a rumbling noise from the front passenger side. Yeah, that's just in for that. Quite a simple job, but again, it's the same 10 cars religiously here, and there's one common denominator. Once they're stage 3, you might as well just live at the garage, because it's quite easy to make all the power from one of these. Once you do all the supporting mods, it gets such a money pit. And once you get all the suspension right, get the brakes right, it's just endless and relentless. And all the other components are so stressed out that things just fail quick. So unfortunately, wheel bearing on this today. Nice easy job. We're gonna do it after that. And then we also have, ignore the sexy camper van, we have a Megane Renault Sport, which has just been purchased. Suppose it's got a load of mods, which we need to just double check it's got a load of mods, and then it's going off for mapping. So this is a typical sort of day in the life here, isn't it? Lots of cool things.
And I mean, this is, what day is it today? It's Wednesday, Thursday today.
Thursday today.
What did you have in yesterday?
Did I even get any cars out? Are they all still here? So we had Golf, Cupra RS3, and then the day before. So we'll just talk about all the cars we do. So the start of the week was an Ibiza, stage 3 Ibiza for a full setup. And then we had a Touareg we look after. Hate Touaregs, hate diesels, as you know. But we did a Touareg oil change. Last week, we had A3. You did an oil change with Sump on one, didn't you, for me? We had a Cupra in for some bits.
If it's fine, yes I did. If it comes back, no, it were you.
It was C63 AMG S, S3, Golf R, A5, Golf GTI, Golf R, RS3, S4, Cupra, Tiguan R, just good stuff, isn't it? Constant good stuff. So again, out of all these 2 weeks worth of work, I think only 3 or 4 were motorsport related, but the rest were performance related, barring 1 or 2. So yeah, this is what a regular day looks like at the workshop.
We're going to get on this Haldex then.
Should we get on this Haldex and finish it? We'll just finish it. Let's finish the job. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen one this bad for a while, you know, see?
What's up with it?
Just full of gunk. Have you ever seen a Haldex pump clogged?
No.
No, we'll have to have a look. Slash, it is interesting. This is why dealers don't do it, don't clean the pumps. That's your Haldex pump, just all clogged, and inside all the basket is just full. So I'm going to spend a few minutes it's honestly just full of crap. So the real procedure for doing a Haldex is, well, what I taught you, do you know, where you fill it, bleed it, fill it again, because you've had the pump out.
Yeah.
So a couple of things people don't do is, for one, people don't remove the pump and clean it, so you end up with a clogged pump, so the pump doesn't work, which is probably what's happened here. You have the other people who take the pump out, fill it, don't prime it, send it on the way, and then the car's 2-wheel drive. So it's probably had a multiple of them, a combination of them two, I would suspect. Unless the car just gets driven well hard and it clogs up.
What was that? Is that just gunk?
Shit, yeah. So that's probably why his 4-wheel drive isn't very good. The issue you've got with that, like all the gunk, is that you can prematurely wear the pump, you know, because the pump's been overworking to try and lock in. This is one of the worst Haldexes I think I've done in a long time. So all we can do is clean all the shite out and go from there. So we've got a lovely clean pump. We'll grease the seals up / or replace them. Right, so doing Haldex service on this. We've done it the proper way. There's lots of people who do really basic things on these Golf R's, RS's, whatever they are, any of these products. There's a certain way you do things, which means that you do it the right way, and luckily we do it the right way, but we see a lot of it done the wrong way, which can cause weird and wonderful issues. So yeah, simply just priming the Haldex pump now. It's not making a lot of noise. Sometimes you do it and they make a right racket. So I'm just going to lie underneath and just double check it's actually doing it. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Can you? You can't hear it though, can you?
Oh, nah, probably not. You'll hold your mic up to it.
Yeah, it's really quiet, this pump, which can indicate that it is slightly, do you know, worn from being around. Right, okay, let me do it again, and let's see if you can hear it. Normally, some of them scream from outside the car. Okay. ASMR, are you ready?
Oh, GSF are here.
Okay, that'll do. That's all you're getting. Cool. Right. Oh, shit. GSFs are here. Good. Cool, that'll do. You know what I need to do? Send some returns. Yo. Right, so this Golf R's done. We've done S3, we've done Golf R, we've got one more job left to do, which is the Cupra, and then that'll probably finalise the day. Do all the paperwork to do, all the invoicing to do, all the parts to order, all the customers to chat to, just a lot of things to run a business. And we are one-man band, aren't we, apart from you? You're like
half a man.
You're like in and out. So yeah, like
emotional support videographer.
Yeah. Literally 90% emotional support. Like, yeah, human. That's what he is. So yeah, people may think there's more than just me, but in reality, it's me all the time. A little bit of help from friends and a little bit of help from, yeah, that's it, isn't it?
We did introduce Jamie a few weeks ago.
So we introduced Jamie a few weeks ago because he needed some work, which I thought would be more long-term, but he ended up finding himself a proper full-time job.
Got a better offer, did he?
I couldn't facilitate 5 days a week because I am a small one-man band. Understandable. So yeah, back to alone. Jamie will probably bob in and out as and when, do you know, if we need him. And I've also got a few other people you probably might have seen. So Connor, my old apprentice from Audi, sometimes
he's been on the channel.
Yeah, does a few bits. So there are people that help me, but predominantly this business is still a one-man band with no real future to like expand massively. It's just going to stay as it is ish. Me and Steve forever, and maybe a bit of Connor and a bit of Jamie. Yeah. So over and out. That's nearly a year later from the last.
We're going to do a celebration of the year of us doing these, aren't we?
Yeah, I reckon once this video's live, it's going to be probably 10 months since the last one. So it will be coming up to a year. This is how much the business has changed in a year. Be interesting to watch that video back and then watch this one.
Yeah.
Got longer hair, bit fatter.
Got less hair on the head, more grey hair in the beard.
Yeah. Well better cars.
Well better cars. Mm-hmm. That's the bottom line. Well
better customers as well. Everyone is well better now. So everything is good.
All your old customers, you suck.
Yeah, all the old customers. Yeah, go to hell. No. See ya. It's
you
true
walked
though,
off
isn't it?
scene.
Yeah.
Oh, you walked off scene.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
It's true though, isn't it? All our customers are well good now.